What's going on, guys? Closer from here back to a brand new video. As you guys see, we're not playing Brawl Stars today. We're actually on my computer, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my thumbnails. Not the best, not the worst, but they're pretty decent thumbnails if you ask me. And some of you guys have been asking me over the past week, so I figured out why not just make it and show you guys how to make my thumbnails. And they're not like pro thumbnails or anything like that. They're pretty like just simple ones that could take like maybe 5 minutes on my own, so nothing special. But first off, we go to pixlr.com. It's a free Photoshop app right here, and it's not Adobe, but it is free, and it is like Adobe, just without all the fancy tools that you probably don't need anyways. So first off, you hit web app where my little mouse is. Hit web app, and it takes you down. You scroll down to launch web app down here. That should take you to this screen. So then you hit create a new image. And then the thumbnail size is 720p. So you hit that, and then transparent. And then boom, you have that. So I'm just gonna make a simple one, nothing too complex. One of you guys asked, I think Choo Mobile Gaming asks how I get photos from my phone. So I just take the screenshots of the gameplay. I basically kind of cut it so where there's like the controls aren't showing on the screen, and where it fits the most action in like a small little box area. And then I send it to my computer. But in this case, we don't need any photos from my phone, so I'm just gonna go to File, Open Image, and then get one from my computer. Scroll down. I have this Brawl Stars image already on my computer, and you can do the same. Just search up Brawl Stars backgrounds, and it should pop up over here. And let's go to Edit, and then you scroll down to Free Transform. Free Transform is basically move. So you go to this very corner of the blue square, you hit Shift, and then you left click on it to drag it like this. And let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's see if that fits the screen. Yes, it does. Just so they're a little more visible. Then you click anywhere, and then you hit apply the changes. So that you can get rid of this right now too. And I don't do any fancy layers or anything like that. I kind of just do it on the same layer. At least I think I am, because I'm not the best Photoshop expert or anything like that. But I'm just showing you guys how to make thumbnails. Okay, so you got the main background, kind of all you need. I usually do text next, and I do images afterwards, just so you know what the text can fit, and so the screen doesn't get too cluttered up with a bunch of photos. So you go over here to the left-hand side and hit the A tool over here, and then you click on the screen, and then you type in. I do word by word, because if I do all big sentence, it kind of takes up like one row, and you can't make it too big because then it will be off the screen. So I do one word at a time. I use the font Emmett, so I scroll down over here and find Emmett. Let's see what it's called. Yep. And then I usually do whites. Pretty simple stuff for the fonts. Then the size, it depends on the gameplay, the background, or how big the other images are. So I usually do around this side. Depends on how many words there are too. And then I move the next one. So 2. And then since you already did one, it's on the same layer. You don't have to worry about the font size or the font. It is the same exact one. Only one to change is the color. And then how to make. Again, same thing. I usually do all caps too. I don't usually do lowercase. It looks better with all caps. More eye appealing than how to make thumbnails. So there we go. You can add exclamation marks. If you guys look at my thumbnails, I do sometimes have them, but sometimes they take up too much room and it messes up kind of the sizing. So this one I'm not going to do that. Anyways, the next step, you go over to the right hand side of the screen, hit layers, right click on the word where it's highlighted blue, and hit rasterize layer. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, oh my god, I can't speak. Rasterize. I don't know how to say that. And basically makes it so where you can move it around. And let's go back. So we hit, again, edit, free transform. We're on how, the word how. Edit, free transform. And then I do shifts, like I did before, to move it again or to readjust it. We can make it a little bit bigger. I recommend, though, you do want to make it big, because if you have a word that's very small and you expand it, it gets very pixelated and it's not smooth. So make it big rather than too small. You can always change the size, but if you go from small to big, it gets pixelated and does not look as good. Alright, let's go to 2, free transform. Again, what I just did. Should be pretty simple. There we go. And I don't want to make the words too big, because I do want to have a image on the screen. I don't know how to make this thumbnail yet, because I'm doing this on the spot. This isn't planned or anything. Shoot, I'm just gonna go like this. Center that, around that, I'm guessing. Probably make this a little smaller, and then put thumbnails on the very bottom. Let's go up to thumbnails on the right hand side and do the same thing. Hit free transform. And if you guys have any questions, I could also answer them too. So thumbnails might be a little too big. That's why I did not add the exclamation mark, because it might be a little too big. So we have to make it a little smaller, and then we go back to all the same words. This takes a little bit of time getting the sizing right. I'm not usually used to this either for this kind of layout, because usually I have a background photo. They can also make it taller, just a little bit taller, not too much, but just a little bit, because it makes it look bigger. All right, then we gotta go through all the same things, just make kind of just readjust it. You get to readjust the words a lot. I mean, it's common. I've been making thumbnails probably for 6 months now, and I still have to readjust. So it depends on basically what you're doing. All right, make that a little smaller, and then make the 2 a little smaller. That's also good making it a little smaller too, because it adds room where we could add other photos, like I usually do, and then probably center the make just a little bit more to the top, so it's more centered. This isn't the best thumbnail, I know. I might make a better one for the video. But I'm kind of showing you guys the steps right now. I don't know if I'm going to use this thumbnail for the video. It doesn't look too good, but I'm not sure. And then we go back to open image. And then I actually have a Dropbox that is full of Brawl Stars themes. I'll leave a link of the kind of the file where I get all this stuff in the description. Also, the person who made it, I don't know their exact name, but I'll leave the Discord below. And I usually go to characters, and then with all the characters, poses, everything. So we can have the bow. I'll make the bow right here, like that's the bow shooting at you. It has all the poses, icons, logos, anything you need. The font size, the same font as Brawl Stars. This fan kit has it. So like there, probably center it like that. I just did the same thing, free transform edit like I did before. That should work. I'm gonna put in, I don't know. It's not like this thumbnail is not looking good, but it's not where you'd make a good thumbnail. It's just to show you guys how I make my own, and I can move it around right there. Let's just put it right here, I guess. I don't know, it looks back as words. All right, there we go. And then let's do another image over here. Let's just add the bull, I guess, right there. That looks good to me. Whoop. Okay, move that. And then, okay, I don't know if I said this or not for the images. So all I did was hit open image. The theme pops up. You go to layers over here and you drag it across onto the screen like that, and then you hit edit, free transform, then same thing, shift, click, and you can move it. All right, let's make it a little smaller for this. This is not looking like a good thumbnail, but I'm doing it on the spot, and it's not ready to show you. I kind of showing you how I make my thumbnails. Usually, these are the same steps I do, but for every case for a thumbnail is different. So just put them right there. And I'll maybe add a Brawl Stars logo real fast, and then it should be good on that. So let's go back to Dropbox, Brawl Stars fan kits, and I'm probably in logos. I'm gonna guess. Yep, right there, sweet star logo, and that should be good to center. I might make a better. I'm definitely gonna make a better one from the video because I want to make the best one possible. But there we go. Put that in the center. Then that's good. So this isn't it. So basically go back to layers on the right hand side of the screen and scroll down to the words, and then you hit right click, layer styles, then you hit the drop shadow box, then the name, you move the opacity all the way to 100, scroll down to outer glow, change it to black, move the hardness of it to 3, and then the size to 20, and right there, sweet, that's what I usually do. Basically, my thumbnails, I always do that. Makes it pop a little more, add some darkness to it, and just to make it pop up more so you can see it. Same thing, drop shadow, opacity to 100, outer glow, color to dark. You can also do the opposite where you have the font to black and then the border to white. And then, let's see, size around 20 could work. Let me just type it in. There we go, sweet, there we go, 3. Do the same thing for make. Just do the same step over and over again. It does not take long. I'm just going a little slower so you guys can see on my screen. But usually, it takes me around 5 minutes to make a thumbnail, or at least a good one I usually use. And it's okay if you make mistakes too. I mean, sometimes I've made like 3 thumbnails just for one video, because I had to keep restarting because I didn't think they're good enough. And we hit, there we go. And then let's see the last one. Should make the last one pop. Making the thumbnail a lot better than it was. Let me do that. You could play around with this stuff too. I've done inner glow before, but what's my favorite? It makes it kind of look weird. Inner shadow, not my favorite, but you know, everyone has their own taste, so you might like it more than I do. And then there we go. This is not the best thumbnail I've made, but it's just gonna show you how I make my thumbnails. It's not where I center, so let's center it a little bit more. since it's not completely centered. Again, you just go to the layers, you click on it, you hit, oh, nope, not that. There we go. You hit free transform, and then move everything over just a little bit so it's a little more centered. This is really sensitive, so I don't know why, so it has to go a little slower. And where is the logo? There we go. And free transform over there, and then probably move the two real fast. I think it should be done with this. Free transform, there we go. Alright, there we go. The thumbnail is made. Again, it's definitely not my best thumbnail. I might make a new one for the video, but it's just showing you how I make my thumbnails, the steps to it, how to get on Pixlr. And the Cosmos Red, I've done this before, like the sponge tool. It kind of gives like it tones it up a little bit. The dodge tool, it kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain all these scenes, but you could also definitely mess around with these. I'm not an expert at it, but I'm just trying to make my thumbnails. But when you are done with the thumbnail, you go to File and Save. Move to PNG, so it's good for all images. You can name it, so you can save multiple. So how to, and then hit OK. And then I have my overlays and banners and all that stuff, so I just usually save it to here. And then we should be good to go. Basically, in the video, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Kind of something new. I'm hoping I did a good job explaining it. If you guys have any questions below, please just leave them below. I'll answer them. Most likely, actually no, 100% all of them. I'll answer them. Message me on Discord if you have any further questions. Anyways, so thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, as it means a ton to me. And see you guys later.